Good morning. Today we are going to take up the next topic of straight lines, which is distance of a point from a line. So let us take a point x1, y1 and let us find the distance of this point from the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So basically we know that unless and until said so, the distance of a point from a line is always the shortest distance, and that will be the perpendicular distance of a point from a line. So given a straight line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and a point p x1 y1, the distance of p from L is d is equal to, suppose we denote the distance by small d, is equal to modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c whole upon square root of under root of a squared plus b squared. That is, what we do is we write the equation of the line in this form. That is, even if the constant is to the right side of the origin, we'll write it all the terms together on one side. Then in this given equation we will replace x and y with the point which is given to us, coordinates of the point which is given to us, that is x1 y1, and divide the number obtained by square root of a squared plus b squared, that is the sum of the squares of the coefficients of x and y in the given equation. Again, since the distance can never be negative, so we take the modulus to make it positive. So this is one result. Another result which we have to take is distance between two parallel lines. Now again, the distance between two parallel lines will be along a line which is perpendicular to both the lines. And suppose this is a line, what is so let's say this is L1 and this is L2. What's so special about two parallel lines? That their slopes are the same. So they have the same slope. So if you write the equations in the slope intercept form, so if the equation of the first line L1 is y equal to mx plus c1, then the equation of L2 would be y equal to mx plus c2. Since the slope of both the lines is the same, the only difference between the two lines is in the y-intercepts. So these two equations, they refer to two parallel lines. Or in case we are writing the general equation of the line, we can write it as ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0. These refer to two parallel lines. As we can clearly see, the coefficients of both x and y in both the equations are same. The only difference is in their constant part. Okay, so given n two parallel lines L1 and L2, so given L1 parallel L2, the distance between them is defined as d is equal to modulus of c1 minus c2 whole upon under root of a squared plus b squared, where c1 and c2 are the two constants which are there in the equation. We take modulus so that, because it being the distance, it can never be negative. So irrespective of which is bigger, c1 and c2, we simply write the difference of the two constants and take the modulus to make it positive. And in the denominator, we again, as above, that is the same as the previous result, we have the denominator as square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients of x and y in both the equations. So let's take up some problems to understand these concepts better. So let's take example 18, which says that find the distance of the point. So distance of point 3 comma minus 5 from the line 3x minus 4y minus 26 equal to 0. So clearly, what do we have? On observing this equation of the line, we have a is equal to 3, b equal to minus 4 and c equal to minus 26. Therefore, the distance d would be modulus of a, that is 3 into x1, which is 3, plus b, which is minus 4 into x2, y1, which is minus 5, plus c, which is minus 26. And we take the modulus and square upon square root of a squared, which is 3 whole square plus minus 4 whole square, which on solving gives us 3 upon 5, and that is the answer. Now the same way we can take up another question, that is example number 19. Example 19, which says that we have to find the distance between lines 3x minus 4y plus 7 equal to 0 and 3x minus 4y plus 5 equal to 0. Now very obviously, since the coefficients of x and that of y in both the equations are the same, so clearly the L1 is parallel to L2. Let's say this is L1 and let's say this is L2. So clearly L1 is parallel to L2, and a equal to 3, b equal to minus 4, c1 equal to 7, c2 equal to 5. Therefore, the distance d between the two lines would be modulus of c1 minus c2, that is 7 minus 5, whole upon under root of a squared plus b squared, that is 3 square plus minus 4 square, which gives us 2 upon under root of 9 plus 16, which is 25, which is 5, and this gives you 2 upon 5, which is the answer. So let us now continue with our exercise 10.3. We have already discussed the first 3 questions in our previous video. So let us proceed with question number 4 onwards. Now, in each of these questions, we will try as far as possible to reduce them to the basic form and then do the questions. So we will be dealing with each of the questions by the basic concept of a straight line. That is, we need the slope of a straight line and we need any one point on the straight line to be able to get the equation. So let's start. Question number 4 says that find the distance of a point minus 1 from the line 12 times x plus 6 equal to 5 times y minus 2. This is a straightforward question. We don't have to do anything in this. Simply open this up into the, write it in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and use the direct result. So use direct result for distance of a point from a line. Now question number 5. Now it says that find the points on the x-axis whose distances from the line x by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 1 are 4 units. So the equation of the line is given to us as this. So to find the points on x-axis, so here they are stressing upon x-axis whose distance from the given line is 4 units. Okay, so there are 2-3 things to be kept in mind. First is the equation of the line is given. Now next thing which we see is points. Points means the very use of s or plural form over here indicates that we will get more than one point. Okay, this has to be kept in mind. The next thing is the lying on the x-axis. This gives us a hint that because we know that any point lying on the x-axis has y coordinate as 0. Okay, and whose distance from the given line is 4 units. So let's start now. First of all, let the point be a comma 0, because here why have I taken a comma b? Because it lies on the x-axis, so the y coordinate would be 0, and I'm just taking a is any constant. A is any constant. So let the point on x-axis be a comma 0. Right, now let's simplify this. The given line is, let's solve it, 4x plus 3y equal to 12, which can be written as 4x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Okay, so therefore using distance formula, we get, now distance d is equal to, now given to be 4 units, is equal to modulus of ax plus by minus 12 equal to 0. So here instead of x and y we will be writing a plus 3 into 0 minus 12 whole upon square root of a squared plus b squared, which comes out to be, now a is 4, which is 4 square, plus b is 3, which is 3 square. Now how do we solve this? We, in order to remove this modulus, we will write a plus and minus sign over here. So we get plus minus 4 is equal to 4a plus, this is 0, minus 12 whole upon 16 plus 9 is 25, under root is 5. So you get two answers. First is 4a minus 12 upon 5 equal to 4, and the other one is 4a minus 12 upon 5 equal to minus 4. This gives us 4a equal to 20 plus 12, which is 32. So a is equal to 8, and this gives us 4a equal to minus 20 plus 12, which is minus 8. This gives us a equal to minus 2. Thus the 2 points are 8, 0 and minus 2, 0. Let us now take the next question, which is question number 6, first part, which says that find the distance between the lines 15x plus 8y minus 34 equal to 0 and 15x plus 8y plus 31 equal to 0. Clearly these are parallel lines, as the coefficient of x in both the lines are equal. Also the coefficient of y in both the lines are equal. So here we have a equal to 15, b equal to 8. The constant c1 is equal to minus 34 and the constant c2 is equal to 31. Now here we have to be very careful while taking the constants, as we have to take it along with the sign associated with it. Here it is negative, whereas here it is positive. Therefore the required distance d will be equal to c1 minus c2 upon square root of a squared plus b square, which gives us modulus of minus 34 minus 31 upon square root of 15 square plus 8 square, which gives us minus 65 modulus upon under root of 225 plus 64, which is, now modulus of 65 minus 65 is plus 65 whole upon 289, which gives you 65 upon 17 as the required answer. Now the next question is question number 7, which says that find the equation of the line parallel to the line 3x minus 4y plus 2 equal to 0 passing through the point minus 2 comma 3. Now here what is required is we are required to find a line which is parallel to another line 3x minus 4y plus 2. This is the line which is given to us, and the required line is parallel to this and passes through minus 2 comma 3. Now again we go to the basic, that in order to get the equation of a line we need two basic things. First is the slope of the line, and the second thing is any point lying on the line. Here the point is given to us and slope can be clearly found out using the equation of the line which is given to us. Okay, these being parallel, they will have the same slope. So if the slope of this line is m, so will be the slope of the required line. Now let's solve this. The given line is 3x minus 4y plus 2 equal to 0. Solving, we get 4y equal to 3x plus 2, which gives us y equal to 3 upon 4x plus 2 upon 4. Here we are interested only in the coefficient of x, which gives us the slope of the line m is given to be 3 by 4. Thus, the equation of the required line is y minus y1. y1 is 3 is equal to the slope is 3 upon 4 times x minus x1, which is minus 2. Solving, we take this 4 to this side. 4y minus 12 is equal to 3 times x plus 2, which gives us 4y minus 12 is equal to 3x plus this plus 6, which on solving gives us 4y is equal to 3x plus 6, and this 12 comes to this side and becomes plus 12. This gives us 6 plus 12 is plus 18, and this is the required equation. So as you have already seen, same way we'll deal with all other questions also, that we will simply reduce the given concept to the basic and then deal with it from the very fundamental of equation of a straight line. We will somehow try to find the slope of the line and any one point lying on the line to get the required equation. Now let's move on to the next question, that is question number 8, which says we have to find the equation of line perpendicular to the line x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0, having x intercept as 3. Okay, so what is the meaning of x intercept? X intercept means it meets the x axis, cutting off an intercept of 3 units. So let's quickly draw the required line L is this. It makes, if it is origin and this is x axis, this is y axis, this distance is 3 units. It makes the x intercept as 3, and the line is perpendicular to the given line, which is x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0. So if the slope of the given line is m, the slope of the required line would be minus 1 upon m. Now, so let's first find the slope of the given line. So given line is x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0, which on solving gives us 7y is equal to x plus 5, or y is equal to 1 upon 7x plus 5 upon 7, and therefore the slope of the line is 1 by 7. This gives us slope of required line equal to minus 1 upon 1 by 7, which is minus 7. So this is the slope which we have got. Now the only thing left is to find one point lying on this, which will be given to us by the x-intercept. Clearly the x-intercept is 3, so 3 comma 0 would be a line, will be a point lying on this line. Now we know one point and the slope, we can easily find the equation of the line. Thus the equation of required line through point 3 comma 0 and having slope equal to minus 7 is, now we simply find, we know the slope, we know the point, so we know the equation of the line. Y minus y1 is 0 is equal to, slope is minus 7 times x minus the x coordinate is 3. Solving we get y is equal to minus 7x plus 21, or 7x plus y equal to 21 is the required equation. The same way you can try out the other questions also. So let's check question number 9. Question number 9 says we have to find the angle between, two given lines. First line is, let's call it L1, which is root 3x plus y equal to 1, and the other line is, let's call it L2. It is given as x plus root 3y equal to 1. Now we know that the angle alpha between two given lines is given as tan alpha is equal to modulus of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2, where m1 and m2 are the slopes of the two given lines. So we'll first find the slope of the given lines and then substitute in this formula to get the acute angle alpha, and the other angle can be found out by finding 180 minus alpha. So let's start. L1 is root 3x plus y equal to 1, which gives, on solving, y is equal to minus root 3x plus 1, and therefore m1 equal to minus root 3. This is the first thing, slope of the first line. Now the next one is given to be x plus root 3y equal to 1, which gives us y is equal to minus 1 upon root 3 x plus 1 upon root 3, and therefore m2 equal to minus 1 upon root 3. Now we have the slopes of both the lines, so therefore let alpha be the angle between the two lines. Alpha be the angle between L1 and L2. Therefore tan alpha equal to modulus of m1 minus m2, that is minus root 3 minus of minus 1 upon root 3 whole upon 1 plus m1, that is minus root 3, into m2, that is minus 1 upon root 3. So solving we get tan alpha is equal to, this minus and minus gets cancelled. Let's take the LCM. We get minus 3 plus 1 upon root 3 whole upon, here this and this gets cancelled, minus and minus gets cancelled, we get 1 plus 1. This gets solved to minus 2 upon 2 root 3, which gets 2 and 2 gets cancelled, minus 1 upon root 3 modulus, which is 1 by root 3. So clearly this gives us alpha equal to 30 degrees, which is pi by 6. Thus the two angles between L1 and L2 are 30 degrees and 180 minus 30, which is 150 degrees. So we write it as 30 degrees and 150 degrees, or we could write it as pi by 6 and pi minus pi by 6, which is equal to 5 pi by 6, and this gives us pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6, and this is the answer. So the same way you can try out the rest of the questions, and we'll continue it in the next video. Thank you.